We are at the Baoen Temple here in Nanjing, and historically, Buddhism has been a very, very important part in the history and culture of Nanjing. It was a key area where Buddhism was advanced and practiced and shared in the history of China. And so the Baoen Temple, and you can see this video going on behind me showing the ancient Baoen Temple. This became the largest Buddha temple in all of China. And the tower that you see there it's referred to as the Porcelain Tower. And that was actually destroyed during one of the rebellions here. But there still exists to this day a tower that's a reconstruction. And we're here to kind of learn a little bit about this very important cultural site that was designated a World Heritage Site, and a little bit about the history of Nanjing and the importance that it played in the role of China. And I've been watching the screen. There's incredible amount of imagery that's going on here that tells the history of this very, very important place. So we're going to wander around the museum here that was created, I believe it was 2010, and I'm looking through this place. It is an incredible, incredible museum. I'm blown away. So I'm really, really glad that you can join us here as we tour this museum and learn about the history of Buddhism and the largest Buddhist temple in all of China right here in Nanjing. I love that. That is so pretty. And it really is. I mean, it really is so peaceful. I've got this kind of overwhelming sense of peace that's going through me. This is one of the kilns that was found here at in the ruins of the old temple, and this is catching my eye right away because this is a diorama of the temple and the Porcelain Tower as it was being constructed. And that is so cool. Beautiful porcelain gate here. Elephants and lions and lovely ladies. Dragon motif, which you see all over China. It's a very, very important character. These look like they're keystones to an arch. But just by looking at them, you can see the detail. You can still see the paint that covered them at one point. It must have been an incredible thing to see in its glory days. Take a look at this archway again. And this is the kind of thing where we're in Nanjing and we're experiencing this for the first time, and I'm coming here pretty much as a blank slate. But the exciting thing is this kind of exposure inspires me to want to learn more, and then I'll get a chance to learn more and return here in the future to appreciate things here even more. These are old artifacts. Copper heads, brick Buddha head there. Oh, this is wonderful. Look at these Buddhas. All on the base of the lotus flower. And the way they've designed this museum is wonderful because we're sitting on top of the ruins of the old temple. It was kind of a temple imperial palace type creation here. And we're sitting on top of the ruins on it. Yet we're in a very, very modern museum able to overlook these ancient ruins. So we're not walking through these, but we can appreciate the modern and the past, and it's a lovely, lovely combination of the two worlds. Spectacular. Everyone's got to have one of these. It's the good luck money wishing well. God, you could spend a whole day here. You could spend multiple days here. I apologize, I don't have words, I don't have a narration track that goes with all of this, just because I'm experiencing this as everyone else is experiencing it to a certain degree, hopefully through the video that I'm making. And some of these things just leave me speechless, because I just I'm here and I feel like I'm absorbing and just learning everything. Or maybe not learning, but just being exposed to this stuff. I love this little alcove here with the statue of the monks in the background there. And it's incredible. As we walked up to this, I can see people still bowing and praying to the Buddha. I chose not to include them on the video because to me that's a very kind of private thing that you do. That's between you and your beliefs, and it's not for me to film that kind of thing. But you just kind of get a feeling of calmness, of the wonder of this place, of the sanctity of it all. Oh, man. You know, we saw some carvings at the Nanjing show. We saw some incredible mosaics. Look at this. Look at the scope of it. And you can see in the foreground, we have other visitors who are looking at it, and I appreciate them being there just to give us a sense of the size of this. If I'm not mistaken, this is probably all carved out of yew wood as well. That's a very popular wood to use for these kinds of carvings. And this is exceptional. And there are two different carvings. There's one facing it as well. Absolutely lovely. I'm going to come in close for some details here. But you can see that might actually be the ancient porcelain tower there. Extraordinary. And look at this. This is incredible. This is an ancient painting. You can see the porcelain tower right up there the very top of the painting, and you can get an idea of basically the city that was built around this. It encompasses this whole temple area. And I don't know how many people it ended up housing, but I would imagine quite a few just by looking at the scale of it. And all very so close to nature. Superb. Oh, what are these? I feel like I'm in a candy store. These might be a series of progressions from beginning to the midpoint. Or maybe these are different areas, because that's certainly not a progression from the last thing we saw. Lana, what does this say in the front here?
高座寺 is all kind of different temple.
All different temples?
Yes.
All different temples that existed here, or different kinds that they had throughout China?
Different kinds of China.
Okay. So different styles of temples throughout China. Splendid. So this was the giant glazed pagoda of the Grand Baoen Temple. It reached 78.2 meters, consisted of 9 floors and 8 sides. It's all decorated with colored glaze. We saw examples of that earlier. So this is architectural restoration. This is superb. And so overlooking this, we've got this view area, and oh, I think this is a smaller version of that video. No, this is a little bit different. So this Sangharama Hall, that's the remains of it right there, after everything was pretty much destroyed. And actually, you can see in the background there, maybe it's hard to see because of the rain out there, but that's the base of the reconstructed temple as it is now, or tower rather. My mind is starting to trip already. You got mirrored walls, illuminated sky to give you an artificial expanded depth of this room. This is actually just wild.